Everybody, it's Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. I just want to say, if you are in a twin flame connection and you are looking for help, you need Soul's Plan Twin Flame Coaching Program. Our 30-day detox is life-changing. Seriously, we get emails every day from beautiful souls that tell us they have magnetized from our program. Even when they have tried others, it has been our program that's helped them shift to the energetic space where their twin flame comes back. Click on the link below for more information, and now on to the video. Of being real with you guys, balancing my twin flame connection, because I go through the same thing that a lot of you go through as far as triggers, as far as just working through my own energies. And I want to share my experiences with you guys because I think it's really insightful to hear if you are in a place of separation and you want to know, what does it look like when we're back together? How do I handle this energy when we're back together? Because the energy is still there, right? You still have energies that you have to work through. You are definitely in a place of balanced energy the majority of the time in order for your person to stay in a permanent relating experience with you. But there are energies that creep to the surface that you have to work through, you have to balance in order so you don't push your person again. So last night I was watching TV. I was totally fine, totally balanced. I was watching this episode of Ted Lasso, which I freaking love, by the way. And I don't want to give any spoilers, but the situation popped up and my person was like, well, this is what I would do if I was in the situation. I would leave and I would go basically what he was saying was he would take a job opportunity out of the country in order to pursue this like really good humanitarian work. And in the characters situation, he would leave the person that he was really falling in love with. So hearing my person say this, I made the situation completely personal, and it brought me back to pre-separation days when my person would make comments about taking a job in Switzerland or taking a job out of state, and me feeling like he was ready to leave at the next best opportunity. That's where my mind went. Like, he was only sticking around with me until the next best thing came. And that's where my mind went. But that's not reality. That's not truth. That's just my mind's fears playing up. So my person made that comment and I immediately went into mind and I immediately pushed. So much so that I saw him pull. I saw him get visibly upset that I went into mine. I have to sort of hold in my tears when I get upset and I get triggered like that. So I see him pull. I see him get frustrated because let me just explain. After separation and when you're back in that permanent relating experience, things will never be the same again. When you get upset and you go into mind, instead of them ever being empathetic with you, they just pull. There's no empathy anymore from them because you are now in mind and they can only meet you in soul. So if you get into mind and you are expecting them to put their arm around you and say, they're there, it's going to all be okay, I love you, everything's great. That's not how the dynamic plays out when you're in a permanent relating experience. You are the one controlling the energy, and as long as you're in mind, you are pushing and they can't handle it. They really just repel immediately. So he starts repelling, he starts pulling, and I sat with it, and it was really a beautiful release, actually. And I was like, I am going to release this. So I stayed in bed. I relaxed my whole body, and I've been listening to a lot of Michael Singer lately, and I was like, I'm gonna use his methods for working through this trigger. And I laid there, and I unclenched my hands, and I felt into almost like relaxation mode, and I felt into the relaxation mode so much that I felt my heart was still open. It wasn't closing, and I focused on this. I really wanted to focus on keeping my heart open. And suddenly it was like tears just started streaming down in this peaceful release. It was beautiful. That was the only way I could describe what I was experiencing, what I was observing, because I became the observer in that moment when I relaxed my body and I let whatever was coming up come out of me. I became the observer, and the tears that started, just rolling down my face became this like symbolic gesture of freedom, of this trigger, of this thought that has been plaguing me since prior to separation, which is he's only sticking around until the next best thing. Because let's get real, he's my soul. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. And I really want you guys to hear this part, because this is the part of how quickly soul takes over. So I'm telling you guys, when I was experiencing that release, I was full soul mode. I was the observer. The next thing I know, my person is reaching over and holding my hand. I told you guys, 2 minutes prior, he was physically pulling. I saw his face. I saw his annoyance. I saw his just non-understanding of what I was experiencing. I saw him. And the next thing I know, I'm in soul. I'm releasing, I'm focusing on me, and he's next to me holding my hand. I didn't need him to hold my hand, but he was there. And it just reconfirms what this connection is. It is a soul connection that's based on energy. I went into mind, my person pulled immediately. I went into soul. I went into soul mode. My person, without being needed, was right there holding my hand. It's that quick. The energy of soul erases the energy of mind that quick. It is instantaneous. And that's why I really want to impress upon you guys, and I try to do this in a lot of videos, stop fearing the push energy you may have sent out. Because all it requires is you just coming back to your own personal alignment. Come back to soul, and that's the only energy that's being sent. You can erase push energy the moment you get into it if you just come back to soul. The stuff you did 5 minutes ago, an hour ago, a year ago, it's gone. To them, it's gone. Last night, it was as quick as 2 minutes. I went into soul. My person was there holding my hand after he was pulling. It's that quick. I hope this message has helped you guys. I hope that you can really feel into how magnetic soul energy is, but you have to want to do it for you. And I want to emphasize that when I wanted to release that trigger last night, it wasn't because my person pulled. That was the indicator that I was out of alignment. That was the indicator for me. Hold on now, you're in mind. You need to come back to soul. He's always the indicator for me. He's not the reason that I work on my alignment, though. I work on my alignment because I don't want to feel the addictive energies. I don't want to feel the painful energies that surface because I'm triggered through him. I don't want to feel those. They're my experiences that I need to release. They're past experiences. They're past mind thoughts. They're past energies. I don't want them to keep going. So I release them for me. And as a byproduct, my person is right there. This is an energetic connection. You run it through your energy. Love you guys.